Hi everyone. Right, I've laid out the cloth that I'm using. It's quite wide because, like I said before, I'm going to be putting trees in it, made from felt and that, and I will be having floral and leaves along the bottom here. These are all the houses that I've made for my friends. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I'm just going to go over them for you. And yeah, I think they're all turned out really pretty. I hope she likes it. It is a gift for her. So, and I'm going to take it to her personally. Right, I am doing another, I'm going to use these little scraps up, and I've got some other bits and pieces to use up. So what I'm making with them are just little houses. And they can then be used for projects. I will be doing some more felting. I have to get that on the go. But for now I'm just doing this. I want to get these started. It's just a great way of using up your scraps. And I'm trying to keep it as neatly as possible. Actually, I think I need to put my big light on as well. So, let me find my, what's I call it? Oh dear. Yeah. Need to pick that up off the floor, balance it somehow. Here. Hang on. Let me just see if my plug keeps going off. Sorry, folks. That might be a little bit better for you. And I just thought using these scraps up, because this is fantastic material. Now we do have these kits in store. The trims and that are selling okay. They've, you know, got back to selling the trims and that. But if you want these kits, you need to grab them. Because they're not going on sale. When I say that sale, I mean, you know, we're not getting them, knocking them down in price or anything. These are all new kits with these fabrics in. And I want, you obviously want you to be able to, you know, oh, now that don't look very good, does it? Because of that. Great way that that's happened, because now I can fix it. I'm just going to run the needle back through a little bit. You're not going to see what's on the back side of it. But it's come off at the threads where it's frayed, unfortunately. So, what I'm going to have to do, I think, is to glue that on. Unfortunately. Oops, there's it. Yeah. So, we'll just glue that back. That will be fine. I'm okay with that. I think what I'm going to do is just do a little bit of stitching around there. But I want to use up some of my trims and that. So I've got some at the side of me. See, I've got something like this. I like that pattern. Although I do like this. Right, okay. Let me just find a longer piece if I can. Don't think I've got a longer piece. Just that one. I could do that, couldn't I? Okay. because this is what you can do when you've got scraps. You play and you just use your scraps up. Okay, I'm happy with that. I don't even have to sew that in. I'm just going to, oops, that way, isn't it? Glue that. Although it's slow stitching, you can still glue things. That's not an issue. Like that. And then turn it round and you just trim off all the bits you don't want. I want to leave the spiky bits at the top. Like that. Obviously I'm going to need windows. And what I've got here are some fabrics. Now, I got this nice little spotty one. They're all the squares I cut. Or sometimes I buy them ready-made. It depends. So I'm only going to need 4 small ones. So out of a 4-inch square, I'm cutting it down like that. I'm going to need 3 windows and a door. And the way I'm going to do them, because I can, just a slight touch of glue. You can use the fabric glue, I've told you, this one, the stick, and pin it down. I'm just doing a little dot in the middle just to pin things in place, and then they'll hold while I stitch them like that. And you see, you don't need a lot of fabric. Oops, a little bit much on there, mate. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do it that way, like that. And then I'm going to put a little blank piece in, which is, let me just see, I might just do the same as the, oh, I've got this bit here, see this? I don't want to waste it. Why waste it? It's got the colours I need. And I'm just going to put a little dab of glue in the middle. Oops. And pin that where I want that to be. You can tell that's a door. Turn that over and we snip that. Like I said, don't get rid of any bits. Like that. And now I can stitch. And I might want to put a couple of buttons on here. So I'm just going to see. I need a lid of some sort. Here we are. Use this. Just some tiny wee buttons. Oh, yes. So I can put this on. I'm going to cut that from there to there. I'm going to do 2 rows. Let me just put that to one side. I might need it again later. I'm going to go back over that and then attach this like that. Yeah, I'm fine with that, and I can move that more to that point. That's it. Just tied that bit in. Now I think I'm going to need, oh, I've got glue all over my fingers, a little piece of felt for a chimney. Like that. And I'm going to put that on that side. That's what I mean. You don't always need to stitch, but I'll be stitching around that, so I'm not fussed. I haven't put it in the, do I need it in the middle? I need it in the middle. Where did it go? Where did that just go? It flew off my hand. I don't know where the bloody hell it's gone. Is it stuck to my glue gun? Oh, here it is, I found it. It was tucked inside the glue gun holder. Like a wally. Okie dokie, let's put that in the middle there. We don't need it too big. Yeah, that'll do. I can do some little stitches around that. I think what we'll do though... No, don't want that. I might just use one of these buttons. Just have a look. I don't want one that's too big, you see. Doesn't have to be a pearly one. I mean, you know, one of these golden pearls. That's more in the colour scheme of things. Yeah, I think I'll do that. So I'm going to snip that off, and I just use my pliers because it's only a plastic coat. And glue this in the middle. Like that. And I'll have that just there, like that. And now what I'm going to do is to hand stitch these windows. And I'm just doing a straight stitch. Like that, see? Tiny little stitches. Could have done them with brown thread. I'm just using the white for now. I'm just going to go back a stitch there because it's too big a gap. That's better. And I'll come back up this side. Sorry, I hope you're seeing this. Right, I'm just going to glue that bit down there. I can do a stitch in between. Right, so I now need to move over to this one. I can go down to the bottom. I'm just going to stitch this off. You won't be able to see it on the other side. You're just catching the fibres at the top. It would use too much thread, even though I've got plenty, to stitch down to the bottom. So I'm just going to do it this way. Now, what I'm going to do with this one is just to cut this one a little bit. That's it. Now, you know what I did forget? Was that I needed to come up through the middle. And probably a little bit further on. And do the cross stitch like it's 4 windows. Right, sorry, I do apologise for my nails, folks, but they, you know, I work all day long and I sometimes don't realise that they do need cleaning before before I start filming, because I'm playing around with liquids and, I don't know, chalk, you know, I do all sorts. You know, I get commissioned work and that I've got to work on. But I love, absolutely love the way the house wall hangings coming on. I love it. I think my friend's gonna treasure it. And that's not blowing my own trumpet at all, but I don't think she'll expect anything like that at all. Can't wait to see her face, and I'm glad I can actually hand it to her. I've been wanting to make her a gift for a while. Right, I'm just going to cast this bit off and go to the door. Now, I did get some of the thick felt in again. I didn't get the deal I was after. So what I'm going to do now is to search... A dog barking somewhere. Is to search for the correct manufacturers, to be honest. I think I'll do it that route and see if they're willing to help. So I will be cutting some of the houses and shapes, and I'll sell the shapes, and you'll just have to do it that way, folks. It's going to be about £1.50 if you're buying a house. It's going to be about £1.50 though, because it's expensive. It's not cheap at all, and I wouldn't be able to do it any cheaper than that. So there'll be large shapes, but there'll be you know, £1.50. It's absolutely gorgeous felt. Now, what I don't get with that, and maybe it's just my eyes, I maybe just didn't have that quite right.